The snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas, hey. Watch your old man flow.
I forgot there was sound. When you push the AC button, I've got it wired to turn both fans on and your idle speed goes up. Gives you better control over temperature on hot days. The first fan comes on automatically at 204. Both fans come on at 206. But if you press this button, they'll both come on anytime you want them to. This button for the interior fan has to be in 1 through 4 for this button to work. That's just the way the air conditioning system is set up. If you turn this off, you see it goes off. I always leave it on low anyway because it's nice to have a breeze. Heater works great. Defroster works great even though there's no air conditioning. I hardly ever have a problem with fogging. Of course, you can see it's starting to cool off here in the afternoon. The windshield's starting to fog up. 123,698. Both trip meters work. You can hear from inside, it's pretty quiet. The airbag switch that normally fits right here is underneath the panel. I just popped it out of here, took this piece off. I did it when I was changing the shift boots one time and just buried it underneath here, and it's still connected. The passenger side airbag is on, so if you ever have, God forbid you ever need them, both the airbags are still functional. Well, I'm assuming they're functional. I don't test them very often. But the switch is turned on to this bag, so it should work should you need it. Glove box is full of stuff. Latches well. The only issue here, the hinge on the console is broke, and so is my duct tape hinge now. But it latches, stays put. The trunk lid on this car is set. You can turn the key in the lock behind on the back. You can turn it counterclockwise to about the 10 o'clock position, and it will deactivate this switch here. And what that does is you can stick stuff in the trunk, turn that, and if anybody breaks into the interior of the car, they still can't pop the trunk by lifting this lid here. And of course you got your gas filler. That's the only way it'll open. There's no manual on the outside. Everything works good. Everything works loose. Your hood is down there. You can see the pedals are in pretty good shape. The clutch is getting a little bit thing. The clutch has a bypass on it. It will start in neutral with the clutch. It'll start in any gear with the clutch out, so you have to be careful. You have to get used to that. I didn't use Flying Miata's little clip. I actually disconnected the pigtail that goes to the interlock switch and put a jumper in it. That's a little bit more sure, I believe. That little clip, I think, could pop off at some point. But I did that to help save the crankshaft thrust bearings. I've never had an issue with that. I've done that ever since I first bought the car. You can see the mirrors. Well,